Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Beneath a Steel Sky. Let's hook ourselves up to the LINC interface. Insert the slot for Reich's card and sit inside. Welcome to LINC space, and God, Robert looks buff as all hell, and this is really cool addition to the game. Virtual reality. This is pretty much where a majority of the puzzles are going to be, in my opinion, because so many things have changed, including your inventory. What you have in your inventory has completely changed from what it was, and your inventory is generated based on the card that you use. So you have Reich's card, which includes these 2 documents and an info, because of course info, and all of the information comes up in the form of windows, which is really cool, and a smiley face for confirming. No, I can't info the info. Oh well. So we have a logout command in order to get out, open command, 2 documents, which if we saw before were the briefing and report documents. Ah! Oh. Stupid thing. There we go. We also have this interesting thing, which overrides system logon security, which is very interesting. And is also our jammer, I believe it's supposed to be, and also the report. So let's pick up this ball, which is something. Well, it's actually compressed data, but we don't know anything about it. So many things in here, and it's all really cool. A sentinel system, which is an eyeball, which is one of the guardians in this place. However, we don't really need to worry about it. And let's go to the next screen, which has another eyeball and a bag, which has something in it. Alright, we need to use the open command, which contains a magnifying glass and a birthday surprise. It's just really cool how they did it. Now this has a quick decrypt function on it, so it's actually a decryptor, which is really good, and also the birthday surprise. The ultimate decompression routine for all serious system servers. Spread them and enjoy. It's really creepy, but it is the Wild Boys. So fine. And we need both of these because, one, these 2 files are decrypted, so let's not decrypt them anymore, which gets rid of their question marks over top of them. So now we can actually read them. And also we have compressed data, so let's use decompress. And now we have 2 different passwords. Let's take a look at these. We have codebreaker green and codebreaker red. I'm just gonna... Sometimes this can be a bit finicky. But yes, we have these 2. Now, if we go to this exit, the eyeball will kill us. So, yeah, see how it shook? Probably wasn't because it's like, no, you can't go through here. But we have to go through here anyway, because we need to make use of these 2 passwords. This is probably the first actual puzzle in this game, more than just talk to a person a lot of times. And it's really cool because you have to use both sides of this password in order to make a path that goes to this exit. So let's start with the first screen. Let's put it down and we get access to this path. Now as you put passwords down, more paths will appear. And we only have access to 2, so... And sometimes when I right-click on the password. Now let's pick up this password. Now we don't have access to the red, but we can continue on to this one. Now let's see. Let's put down the green password now. Bam. And now we can actually get access to the red. I'm not saying analyze it. Burger. So Now, let's put the red on this one. And we have access to this. Let's go back and pick up the green. There we go. And we still have access to all the way down here. I also really enjoy the music. For some reason, it's just kind of pleasing. Let's put down the green password. And now we have access to the exit. I don't know, it's simple, it's clean. It's a clean puzzle that you can easily figure out, and it's lots of fun. For our troubles, we get access to a bust and a book, which is the Phoenix program. Restricted access in accordance with LINC Mandate 9. Let's pick it up. And also a book, which is the Phoenix document. There we go. Now, we should decrypt the program file so we can actually read it, and now we have nothing much else to do because we can't get access to behind what the second eyeball had, so let's disconnect. Now, we did all that. But what was that all for? Well, now that we've done that, we can actually quickly figure out our results. We can go in the terminal, go to security services, and actually see what each of those documents are now that they're decrypted. Such as, what was Reich's briefing? Here we go. So Maria, native of Hobart, which is the mother. Maria Piero. Removed child and bid to defect back to Hobart. No infant remains found at crash site. Subject has assumed the name of Foster. Let's look at the report now. Unlawful intrusion. And the Phoenix program. Bearer is authorized to utilize Phoenix status, which means that we have clearance to go to the ground floor. But yes, this is the most interesting one. Maria is actually Robert's mother. So, that means...
So my real name is Robert Overman. But why does LINC want me? And what's happened to my father?
We are Overman. We are the person who we're looking for. So Reich was actually right. We are Overman. Too bad he had to die for it. Which also is still the question that still needs to be asked. Who are we?
Nothing's happened.
Nothing has happened. That's weird. Right, we can't use that thing yet. I completely forgot. Because we need to do not a file adjustment, because there's nothing really we can do with LAM, but special operations. Special status request. There we go. With the Phoenix program, we can now get access to the ground floor. Now we can actually do it. So yeah, temporary enhancement for 48 hours. And if we go back to the main menu, we can go in here. Our LINC status is now unlimited. We're the big man here. Now with that, I'm surprised that even with the LINC status of 5, we're not able to get out. That's weird. Because otherwise we were stuck in here because we came in such a ridiculous way. But hey, we're out here again with Sam and Norville, which I don't think they still don't have anything to say. Yeah. Hey Joey.
Never mind.
We got nothing to say. Well, I have tons to say, come on. But yeah, Joey's just kind of out here. And now, with this, we can go all the way back down to Bellevue. And then down again to the ground floor.
Come on, Joey.
Come on, we got places to go, things to see. He couldn't be any slower. Well, actually, he could be. Because there is a game speed option in this game, so yes, I could make him slower. I won't, however. Now we gotta find the elevator. Never mind. The elevator's right here. Yeah, find what? I know exactly where I'm going. So now, we can get access to this elevator and head on to the ground floor. Let's go! Joey, you're coming along, aren't you? Ah!
Oh no! Joey must have forgotten he'd changed shells. I hope his board isn't broken.
But that doesn't... Yeah, sure, with his previous shell, he had the helicopter thing on him. But he comes down the elevator with me all the time. So, oh well, he's trash now.
I ought to move that trash. It's too heavy to carry.
I ought to move it, but it's too heavy. Let's talk to this guard. Maybe he can move it for us.
What's through that door?
It's off limits to the likes of you.
I just wondered where it leads.
It's the old cathedral. There's nothing interesting in there. In fact, it's empty.
It's empty. Sounded like there was an H in there, but it's like, I'm really curious. Come on.
Why guard an empty cathedral?
I'm not guarding it exactly. I'm just standing there.
Preventing me from entering.
Yes.
Alright then.
What's the best way out of the city?
There isn't a way out.
Then the inhabitants are no better than prisoners.
That's the price of progress.
Revolt! Revolt! Ah, we're prisoners inside the city! Never mind.
Do you know the woman with the dog?
Oh yes, that's Mrs. Piermont. The richest woman in Union City. And the ugliest.
Well, good thing she wasn't on this screen.
Never mind.
Where she'd take offense to that. However, there is her dog. There she is, Mrs. Piermont. Oh, I'm not going to talk to her yet, but I am going to talk about her. Because she's a very interesting character. And because she's just got a lot of flair to her. So, we got Danielle Piermont. I'm actually going to follow her around. Danielle Piermont, who lives in Turnvale Tower, which actually is right here, where this lift is. She is the widow of the late Professor Piermont. She now heads the Piermont Foundation, a philanthropic organization founded by her husband. Despite excellent health, Professor Piermont suffered a chronic coronary while attending a council meeting. Official cause of his death is listed as cardiac arrest as a result of high stress levels experienced as president of Piermont Foundation. Security Service investigations, however, suggest that external forces may have been responsible. Mrs. Piermont must be protected as a top priority for the security services. Her well-being is of vital importance to us. Now, I like how they put that. Now, also, I'm going to talk about her dog. We'll learn about the dog's name later, but the name of the dog is Spunky. And this isn't the first appearance.
The big guy's sacks are spilling their contents.
Don't interrupt me, Robert.
Nothing I could use that statue for.
But yes, there's Spunky. This isn't the first appearance. This isn't the only appearance of Mrs. Piermont. She actually makes a reference in the game Broken Sword Circle of Blood, which was released in 1996. And it's not only your character that makes an appearance, but also her voice actor, which we'll get to later. She is in the Hotel Ubu. I actually haven't played the game myself, I just kind of looked this up. But she's in the Hotel Ubu. Ubu? I don't know. And she is called Lady Piermont. She calls the clerk in the hotel Spunky. Which is really...
It's a little man carrying a log.
You are just full of interruptions, Robert.
Nothing I could use that statue for.
Full of them. Full of them. There's a door here, but yes, Mrs. Piermont, Danielle Piermont, is a really interesting character. Don't really know much.
Doors are unremarkable, but this one has a certain je ne sais pas.
Oh, can it?
Shut tight. Court closed. See LINC for news of forthcoming attractions.
Attractions?
The notice is glued to the door.
Well, yeah, I have no interest for that. Well, anyway, let's talk to the doorman.
Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
Hello?
This is a private club.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
Oh.
How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment. Frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
I can't roll my R's that well. I can roll them, like, but not the way he does credit. It's blah. Anyway.
What goes on in the club?
If I was to tell you that this club provides recreational facilities par excellence for a clientele with elegance and taste, I'd be lying through my teeth.
You just said it was exclusive.
Oh, it is exclusive, but seedy. The reason people come here is the cheap booze, and the fact that it's off limits to security.
That's interesting. It's off limits to security. That definitely means I want in.
Smart shoes.
They're nice and red.
Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes. The design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going.
And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been.
Yeah. Duh. I really miss Joey already.
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
I don't know Mrs. Piermont personally.
Oh, you must have seen her, with her dog.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Piermont is the one with 2 legs.
He's very subtle with his insults.
See you later.
But yes, with that information, we are going to go and chat up Mrs. Piermont. But that is going to be for next time. I miss Joey already. So see you next time, everyone, as we go and see Mrs. Piermont. See you next time, everyone.